bold ones. E.G. Marshall, John Saxon, David Hartman, doctors expanding the horizons of the new medicine. Earl Ives, Joseph Campanella, James Farentino, lawyers defending justice in the nation's courtrooms. Leslie Nielsen, Harry Rhodes, public servants enforcing the laws of a challenging society. The bold ones.
She's definitely jaundiced. There's abdominal pain and tenderness, and she's vomiting. She's lethargic and disoriented.
What do you think?
Could be gallstones.
How old's the patient?
14.
It's rather unusual in a 14-year-old.
That's why I thought I'd have you take a look before proceeding. Doctor, we've had trouble communicating.
Oh?
She's retarded.
Ellie. Ellie. Mama.
Hi, Alexandra. How you doing?
Mama.
Not so good, huh? We'll have you out of here in no time. Thank you. This is gonna hurt a little, honey. Take her hand and hold on. Can you take a deep breath for me, hon? I can feel an edge. It's liver, not gallbladder. Might be infectious hepatitis. Better get her moved to isolation. Mrs. Hamilton?
Yes.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Hunter.
Oh, how do you do? This is my daughter, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Hi. You know, it was Allie's birthday yesterday, and we had a little party for her, and I think maybe she got overexcited. She had 3 pieces of cake.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think the party of the cake did this. Won't you sit down?
Dr. 359. Dr. 359.
When did the symptoms begin?
During the night.
Has she had any kind of injections in the past 6 months? A blood transfusion, inoculation?
Oh, she hasn't needed a doctor in a couple of years.
What about school, public health?
I take care of her at home.
Dr. Holt. Dr. Holt, please.
Has she had any kind of shellfish, like clams or oysters or...
No.
Could she have gotten a hold of or smelled or swallowed any household cleaning fluids, like insecticides or paint?
Doctor, I told you I'd take care of her. That means I'd take care of her.
I'm sure you do, Mrs. Hamilton. But is it possible that she...
No.
What's wrong with Ellie?
It looks like she's suffering from an acute liver disorder. It would certainly help us to treat her if we knew the cause.
Doctor, I've looked after that girl for 14 years. Without help for the last 5 since my husband died, except for Liz. Don't you think that I know the dangers that a backward child can be subjected to?
Of course. We'll admit her and run some tests.
How long will she be here?
Well, that depends.
Can we see her?
By all means. Liz,
I'm sorry you can't come in now.
He said we could see her.
only from here. She's on her way to isolation.
Why?
She may be infectious.
Sister.
Well, can't I hold a hand a minute? I held it all the way here.
Ellie.
All right.
Ellie.
scars, her liver is enlarged another 2 centimeters below the costal margin, and she's definitely more jaundiced.
What were the results of the liver function tests?
Just what you'd expect in an acute hepatitis. Except I don't know whether it's viral or toxic hepatitis.
Didn't you get any background from the parents?
Not really. The mother's a widow. She seems defensive, overly protective. She's kept the child at home since birth.
How retarded is she?
Significantly retarded?
14 years and no help. That's quite a mother.
Yeah.
It's a birthday present from the kids, and I intend to wear it all day.
How's that liver profile coming?
Here's the latest, Doctor.
Her serum bilirubin's up to 15 mg/cent. SGPT is 3,540 units. And her SGOT is 4,000 units. This infectious hepatitis is pretty severe and rapid.
From the way it's progressing, it could be toxic.
She only got sick last night.
Which makes it even worse. The illness is progressing rapidly.
Rapidly to where, Doctor?
She has an acute hepatic necrosis. The liver cells are dying, and
And what?
her condition is serious. We're doing everything we can.
Dr. Stewart, you're wanted in the OR. Dr. Stewart, wanted in surgery. Dr. Stewart, please.
No visitors, miss.
I want to see Allie Hamilton.
No visitors in this wing.
I'm her sister.
No visitors are allowed in isolation. Now, you'll have to wait outside.
That's all right, nurse. I'm Dr. Craig. This is Dr. Gorelick's gumball IQ test. Seriously. It's a simple and rather effective way to gain rapid insight into a child's level of intelligence and learning ability. See, a professional can use it to test the ability to understand verbal directions, attention span, eye-hand coordination, problem solving, even color perception.
I wonder how Allie would do with it.
What's Allie short for? Alice?
Alexandra. My dad was Alexander, and he was sure he was going to get a son. You see, I was 7 years old, and my mother got pregnant again, so Dad figured 7 had to be a lucky number, and he'd get a boy. Surprise.
Why was Allie never institutionalized?
Dad never wanted it. Oh, he went and looked at those places, and he came back and he said that all the love of all the people in all the institutions just wasn't as great as his love for Allie. He said he would take care of her himself. And he did, too. Do you know that he taught Allie to tie her shoelaces? He spent an hour with her every day, and they tied her shoelaces. It took him 17 months, and he never even raised his voice. And when she learned, he would let her tie his shoelaces every morning. The night he died, Allie cried all night. And when I went into her room, I found her under the covers, holding his shoes.
Well?
Rather marked cellular damage with acute inflammation.
Can you tell me if it's viral or toxic?
Well, it's mostly central lobular damage. But on a frozen section, it's impossible to say. Pathology? Yeah, for you.
Dr. Hunter?
The Hamilton girl. She just had a convulsion, Doctor.
Molly? Thanks.
Hello? No, this is her daughter. Yes? Yes, I'll tell her. Dr. Hunter wants to see you at the hospital right away.
Is Allie...
No, she's all right.
Oh, I have to get dressed. Oh, Liz, if she dies...
Yes? Hey, you weren't kidding about that tie, were you?
What's happening with the Hamilton girl?
I'm gonna have to do an exchange transfusion on her.
What?
Well, there's no other treatment available.
What's your blood type?
B negative.
It never rains but it pours. Have you checked with the blood bank?
They have 4 units on hand.
Well, how many units do you need?
I think 3 exchanges ought to do it.
24 units? What's your resident doing?
Sleeping. He's been up 36 hours.
Builds character. Dr. Craig here. Get me Dr. Jessup, please. Get the blood bank to start calling the volunteer list. And try the police and fire departments. Have you got the mother's consent?
She's on her way over now.
Hello, Dr. Jessup. I hope you feel rested. We have some work for you to do.
Dr. Hunter. The liver is the largest and one of the most vital organs in the human body. It stores sugar. It handles certain essential proteins and vitamins. It acts as a balance to prevent certain waste products from accumulating in the blood. Performs over 500 functions. Now, when the liver is severely damaged, as it is in Allie's case, those waste products start building up. When they get high enough, they affect the brain. That's why Allie's unconscious. And all we can do now is try to replace her blood.
But even then, the liver will still be damaged, won't it?
We're trying to buy time, Mrs. Hamilton. There comes a time in liver disease when the cells may stop dying and start regenerating. If we can keep Allie alive until then, we may save her.
What do you want me to do?
Consent to the exchange transfusion.
Of course.
Good.
Doctor, how many hours are you buying with this?
It's impossible to say.
And how much blood?
3 gallons. And it's worth every ounce. $50 out. $50 in.
Pat,
Hi.
how was your night? Same as any other, only I was there. We did an exchange transfusion on the Hamilton girl.
How is she?
Still comatose.
Too bad. That's really too bad.
I just checked on Allie. She's still in a coma. We're having some blood chemistry tests done to see if the waste levels have dropped.
When will you know?
Soon,
Will you tell us as soon as you know?
of course. Why don't you go home? There's nothing you can do here. Get some rest. We'll call you there.
I hear you've been carousing all night.
Exchange transfusion. What do you got on?
A mitral stenosis. In 20 minutes.
You wouldn't like to do a liver transplant, would you? That's what I figured.
There have only been 18 or 20 known attempts. No long-term survivors. They're doing a lot of research on it, but well, maybe someday.
Someday.
The man is really beginning to show his age.
It's my office. I'm entitled.
Dr. Stewart. It's a lad. Yeah, I'll tell him.
Hamilton girl?
Yeah, thanks. The serum bilirubin is 18, the blood ammonia 350. Is she the exchange transfusion?
Yep. And getting worse.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Paul.
Yeah. You got any bright ideas?
Parabiosis? Blood is cross-circulated. The volunteer liver functions temporarily for both bodies, giving the diseased liver time to regenerate damaged cells and rebuild lost tissue. It's been done with varying degrees of success in animals, and in some cases humans. It's feasible, but it's experimental, and it's rather risky to both the recipient and the donor. We may have some trouble finding a volunteer.
We had 24 people in here last night with B-negative blood. There's our pool of donors. All we need is one.
But if we're dealing with an infectious hepatitis, you'd just be transferring the disease to the donor.
We're not sure it's a viral infection.
We think it's a toxic hepatitis from some chemical.
There's no doubt we can't allow the procedure if it means infecting the donor. What did pathology say about the liver biopsy?
He only had a frozen section to read.
He's had time to do a permanent section by now. I've got to go downstairs. I'll stop by and hustle him.
I sure would like to get a look at that Hamilton house.
Have you asked her?
No?
You want me to talk to her?
Please.
Come on, Wally. If it were a peep show, you'd focus fast enough.
That's pleasure. This is duress.
Just tell me if it's chemical.
Well, there's a lot of tissue destroyed here, you know. It clouds the problem.
Not for your eagle eye.
Dr. Stewart, you're wanted in the OR.
Come on, Wally. I got to rush. Give me a diagnosis.
It might be chemical. Might be.
It is or it isn't.
All I can say is it looks more like a toxic than viral hepatitis.
Is that the best you can do?
Yeah.
Well, it's not good enough. Thanks. I'll see you.
I just don't like the idea of Dr. Hunter poking around my house. I've already told him I watch Allie like a hawk.
I know, Mrs. Hamilton, but it's imperative that we learn the cause of Allie's condition before we can proceed any further.
How much further can you go?
We're considering a new technique.
She could die, couldn't she?
Yes.
Carbon tetrachloride.
Is that bad?
Well, all some people have to do is take a couple of good whiffs and they lose a liver. Valley got a hold of this. Liz, come here. Can you reach that shelf?
Allie couldn't have reached it. Oh, she couldn't have.
Climb up.
Oh, she wouldn't have the coordination.
Even if she wanted to get that toy in the corner?
You don't know for sure.
No. At least I've got something to go on medically. Come on.
I have children of my own, Mrs. Hamilton, and I know what it's like watching them play out their lives without seeing the pitfalls we see in front of them. Surprising that they usually manage to avoid them, and those they do land in don't swallow them up. They just slow them down a bit. Those are exceptional children.
All right, what do you want? You'll get the apple?
One is a victim of PKU, which wasn't diagnosed in infancy. One or two have Down syndrome. A couple are emotionally disturbed or culturally deprived.
I took Allie to the zoo once. There's some children getting off a school bus buying balloons, so I bought her one. When I put the string in her hand, she just let it go. She didn't even look up to see the balloon floating away. She didn't know or care. All those children stared at her.
Okay, you want to sit down, Johnny? Huh?
Yeah, so put your hand on her shoulder a minute.
There.
I can't look at him.
Ricky, may I see Allie Hamilton's chart, please?
Right here, Doctor.
Thank you. Her blood ammonia and bilirubin still climbing?
I'm afraid so, Doctor.
Thank you.
Dr. Bracken, please. Dr. Bracken, please.
The lab can't help us beyond an educated guess. 70 to 30 in our favor.
Forget the liver. I just found a bottle of carbon tetrachloride in the Hamilton garage.
Does she have any kidney damage?
That's the point. She's developed proteinuria, and her serum creatinine's up 1.2 milligrams %.
That could be toxic damage from the carbon 10. Do you want to do a renal biopsy?
Yeah. And if it shows tubular damage, do we go ahead with a parabiosis?
There's nothing else we can do. But the lab's going to take a while to prepare the biopsy for examination.
They better not take too long. We're not going to have a patient left to save.
Another procedure? What for?
We want to take a tissue sample from Allie's kidney.
Why? What do you expect to gain? She's unconscious. She's nearly dead. What's the point of all these needles and tissue samples, forms and signatures?
Please, Mrs. Hamilton.
Why? What's she going to be, a scientist or a mathematician? Secretary, even an incompetent mother?
Mom, don't say that.
She's a poor, retarded child who can't even remember to tie her own shoelaces, and she's lying in a coma, and you're attacking her with your aluminum machines, and I want you to stop it.
Mom.
Get this to an orderly and tell him to get it to the lab stat.
Thank you. Are you awake?
Yes, I seem to be.
How's the biopsy coming?
Ted's doing it now. Did you talk to Mrs. Hamilton?
Yes.
You know, I looked at her today, and I suddenly felt like the bad guy.
Why? For trying to save her child's life? Take a look at this. A list of B-negative donors from last night. Ordinarily, it wouldn't be easy to find a willing and suitable donor. But Allie's loved by someone with her blood type and a reason to care a lot about what happens to her.
Liz.
What you'll be doing is giving Allie's liver a rest. Her blood will be mixing with yours, pumping through your system, and being purified by your liver. We don't know if we're going to do the procedure yet. I'm telling you now, so you'll have a chance to think it over. It's an important decision.
What will happen to her without this
Parabiosis?
Mm-hmm.
She'll die. She may even die with the procedure. But we have no recourse to any other therapeutic measures.
What can happen to me if I agree to it?
We'll be putting foreign blood into your body. You could have some problems, but we'll be keeping a close watch on you.
Could I die?
Not likely.
Possibly.
It's a surgical procedure. There's always some risk.
Wow. When do you have to know?
We can't do anything until early morning.
And I'll think about it, okay?
Okay. Liz, you might like to talk it over with your mother.
No. I'm over 21. It's my decision. It's my first adult decision. I haven't even found an election to vote in yet.
John? Put this in the microtome.
Dr. Hunter. Thanks, Wally. Tissue's out of the Technicon. He's starting to section it. We'll have his report by 2.
Remind me to send him a bottle of scotch.
Anyone want to sleep?
I'm wide awake.
I think we should transfer Allie to the OR, just in case.
What's the word for Mrs. Hamilton?
Well, she was pretty upset last time I spoke with her. I suggested she get out of here for a while. I couldn't reach her at home.
We better try her again. We need her consent for Allie.
Oh, Dr. Stewart here. Transfer the Hamilton girl to the OR and have a nurse with her at all times while we're waiting. All right? Thank you.
Not even sure of a donor yet.
That's Liz's decision. Allie is a mother's decision. I don't want her to feel we stacked the cards against her before we invite her into the game. Your patient's on the way to surgery, Doctor. Without her mother's consent, we don't operate.
Doctor, we operate, or she's dead.
Allie. It's Liz, Allie.
She can't hear you.
Where are you taking her?
To the operating room.
But it's not time yet. It's not time yet. Not yet.
I won't sign anything. I don't want any more procedures done on that child. She's been through enough.
The cross circulation may save her life.
That's what you said about the exchange transfusion.
Mrs. Hamilton. Allie's dying. I know you don't like our aluminum machines and our plastic tubes and our needles and small print consent forms. But Allie's dying. And right now, that's all we have to offer her. We're asking you to speak for Allie because she can't speak for herself.
You have a donor?
We think so.
Where's Liz? Liz.
Hello, Mother. You know, all I have to do is close my eyes and I can wipe out an entire city. See? It's gone. But I know that all I have to do is open them again and it'll come back.
It's not that way with people, is it? I mean, sometimes you close your eyes and you lose them and they don't come back. Not ever. I don't want to close my eyes, Mother.
Liz, you can't do this.
I can't not do it.
Do you realize?
Everything. Allie's my sister, and I love her. And more important, she loves me. And it really doesn't matter that she'll never be a scientist or a secretary or even a mother. She's touched our lives. Yours and mine and Dad's. And if Dad was a beautiful man, how much of it does he owe to Allie? And her simple mind and her shoelaces.
Mrs. Hamilton, they can both live.
They can both die. They're mine. I cannot sacrifice one for the other. Can't you see that?
That's not your decision, Mrs. Hamilton. The question is whether or not we should try a new procedure in an attempt to save Allie.
Dr. Craig, you told me you had children. What would you do?
I don't know.
Thank you. Well, I don't want Allie to die. But I won't risk Liz to save her.
Mrs. Hamilton, if the situation were reversed, would you risk Allie to save Liz?
Excuse me. Oh, you were right. The renal biopsy shows acute tubular necrosis.
What does that mean?
It means that the hepatitis is toxic in origin.
Toxic? That means she was poisoned.
Mrs. Hamilton.
But she couldn't have been. I watched her. I watched her very carefully. Liz, tell them I watched her. I never took my eyes off her. I baked her a birthday cake. Oh, my. I baked her a birthday cake, and I've lost her.
Oh, no, Mom.
I've lost her.
No. Please don't cry.
I love her, Liz. I do love her.
Shh, of course you love her. Of course you love her.
Do you feel anything, Liz?
No.
Good. Breaker block is working. Okay. Start prepping. Liz, the anesthesiologist is going to give you something that's going to make you sleepy, but you'll be awake.
Will I see Allie improve?
I hope so.
Talk?
Not so fast. Move, maybe.
When?
You keep asking questions and I won't be able to get any work done. You ready?
Ready over here.
Okay, let's go. Scalpel.
Scalpel.
Pickups and meds and bounds, please.
Pickups and metsies, please.
Hemostat. Okay, 3-0 silk. Hold the end of that hemostat for me, please.
Let's have a 3-0 silk, please. Please show me the tip of that hemostat.
Scissors. Okay, right angle now. Have heavy silk on a passer.
Okay, right angle now. Now let me have a heavy silk on a passer.
Arterial cannula, please. Scissors.
Cannula, please. Scissors.
I'm ready to insert the arterial cannula. Stand by with the clamp.
All set, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to insert the cannula. Get ready to clamp it off, please.
I'm ready here, sir.
Okay, here we go.
You ready to cross circulate?
Ready here.
Ready on the pulse?
Ready?
Okay, let's go.
Balance the two-way flow at 30%.
Thank you. How much longer is this going to take?
6 or 8 hours.
I'm sitting here drinking coffee when my whole life is spread out on 2 sterile tables in an operating room. I love those girls, I really do. I love their father. But I've never been a demonstrative person. You know, Doctor, I remember once, my brother had been away for 3 years. When he came home, my father went out on the porch to meet him, and they just stood there and looked at each other. The silence was so loud, I thought I was going to scream. And then they shook hands. Those 2 men who loved each other stood there and shook hands. And I watched it and got all choked up because they did even that. Then Alex came into my life, and I thought all the closed doors were open. But it was just Alex. Not anybody else. Not even Liz. Oh, at least Liz and I can talk. How do I talk to Allie? She needed so much. Alex could give it to her, and I couldn't. I've been thinking about what Dr. Stewart said. I've been wondering if it was simply that I was unwilling to sacrifice my normal child for my abnormal one.
Mrs. Hamilton, what's normal or abnormal? Some people are nearsighted. Some have big ears, red hair, short or tall. No one is like anyone else. Some have sicknesses we can do something about.
Some have sicknesses we can't do anything about except be responsible, dutiful, kind, or feel guilt, frustration, anger. Those feelings aren't normal or abnormal. They're human.
How are you, Liz?
A little tired.
That's to be expected.
How's Allie?
The same. Blood ammonia?
140.
It's after 7 o'clock.
Now, do you want to quit?
The level of consciousness is about the same.
There's improvement in her biochemical data.
Okay. Let's disconnect.
Okay.
Allie? Allie, it's Liz.
She can't hear you.
Allie? Wake up, Allie. It's morning. I see the moon. The moon sees me. Hiding behind the backyard tree, I see. She moved. She moved.
Mrs. Hamilton, it's going well. Liz is doing fine, and Allie is responding.
Look at them. Oh, why do they have to be that way? Why don't you doctors find the answer?
We are finding some answers right here every day. We're helping them.
These women are trained to take care of them. Their career. What about someone like me?
They are someone like you. Those kids belong to them. They're all mothers, just like you.
bold ones. E.G. Marshall, John Saxon, David Hartman, doctors expanding the horizons of the new medicine. Burl Ives, Joseph Campanella, James Farentino, lawyers defending justice in the nation's courtrooms. Leslie Nielsen, Harry Rhodes, public servants enforcing the laws of a challenging society. The bold ones.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Peter Ross. Tonight, in this continuing series of ours, our very special guest this evening, the director of the new Research Society, Dr. David Craig. He's going to discuss tonight the psycho killer. We'll turn to that right after this message.
Did you tell Ted it was black tie?
You're talking to me.
Did you tell Ted it was dress?
Bears his name. Dr.
Oh, I told him it wouldn't be chili and lemonade.
And scientists in the United States.
At least you got your president
from
straight.
around the world.
What?
Working alone and in
Never mind, forget it.
quietly paving
What, darling?
breakthroughs so
Forget
dramatic
it.
and exciting as to boggle the mind.
Look, Lee,
Because of them,
if
and
you're out of
other
there in
prices,
2 minutes,
tomorrow
I'll make you an
promises to be better
extra
for
dry,
This is
giant-sized martini.
That's a deal.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
today
that
in
you
our
can
series
hear.
on the increase of violence in our society, Dr. David Craig is going to discuss the psycho killer, the mentally ill murderer who cannot be held responsible for his crime. Now, this homicidal schizophrenic could be most anyone. A next-door neighbor, a member of your family. It could be you. Dr. Craig, what was it Aldous Huxley said about schizophrenia?
The plague of the 20th century. Schizophrenia is much more widespread than most people realize. 1 out of 100 persons is afflicted with this mental disease. Most of them not knowing what's wrong. It can strike without warning, and no man is immune. About a third of those treated are helped by psychotherapy or psychophysiology.
The martini.
At our institute, we're conducting a controlled investigation
Are you all
involving
right?
the use of biochemistry in the treatment of certain schizophrenics, in the hopes of
Are you
increasing
sure
that
you're
percentage.
okay?
Doctor, you say that 2 out of 3 schizophrenics
Well,
don't recover.
you'd better hurry, we're late.
What happens to them?
But the second one is harmless, but unable to cope with society. Unfortunately, the third one could become dangerous, not only to himself, but to others as well. Too often you read about the dangerous schizophrenic after he has murdered someone, suddenly, without warning. And very often, the very person closest to him.
Lee, hurry up,
Doctor,
please,
this is
we're
indeed
late.
most interesting. I'm also aware
You go on ahead, darling.
very interesting
Meet Ted.
facts on this subject that we
Okay.
can turn to in just a moment.
I'll join you after I see the
Right.
president.
Darling, hurry. No sneaking any more than martinis, okay?
Rogers, do you think the incident in the Middle East will cause a conflict?
Right this way, Mr. Rogers. The president's expecting you.
Sorry, Mr. President. I'll come back later.
Lee?
Yes, sir.
Come in. I've been waiting for you. Joe, would you excuse us for a few minutes? No, leave that on. Feels relaxing.
Yes, sir. Kill.
Lee, we alone?
Yes, sir.
About Operation Olive Branch. Is it definitely set?
Definitely. At least the two main parties are agreed, sir.
Good, good. Secrecy. That's our key to success. Absolute secrecy. Only you, Freeland, and the Vice President know the details. Even the CIA isn't in on it yet. Timing is vital. A simultaneous announcement by each leader on a specific date.
Kill.
1 week or 2 weeks before. What do you think, Leland? Leland?
Oh, careful. Oh, again.
Hi, remember me?
Oh, well, I'm allowed to do that because he was best man at our wedding.
Miss Ransom, Mrs. Rogers, Kim, Ginger.
Hi. Hello.
What do you say we get off the freeway,
Well, I'm glad you could come.
Oh, so am I. I didn't know they played music like this at a presidential reception. It's groovy.
What did you expect?
A military band playing Stars and Stripes Forever.
Tom Phillips Sousa?
Something like that. Oh, Ted. Ted, is that John Wayne? Oh,
I don't know. I'll tell you when he walks. Anyway, I prefer Raquel Welch.
I should hope so.
Where's Lee?
With the president.
Name dropper.
oh,
What now?
is that who I think it is?
Well, if you think it's the vice president, it is.
Oh, I feel so naked standing in front of him without my protest sign.
Oh, Ted, there's Lee now.
Well, wait here. I'll get him. Hey, big shot. The president more important than me? Made it. My first state function, thanks to you.
Well, thanks to your work on the space program. I'm glad you're here, Ted.
Hey, how have you been?
Oh, fine, just fine. And you?
Great. And Kim looks fantastic.
Oh, you seen it?
I just left her. We were talking while you were with the president. Well, how is he? Oh, the president of the United States. Well, you weren't just with him, weren't you? Hey, Lee, is anything wrong?
No.
Well, come on, the ladies are waiting.
Ted, 1 minute, please. Please. I need your advice.
Who asked for it?
I'm afraid it's more serious than that.
Oh? Well, have you seen a doctor?
Oh, it's not me. It's a friend.
Well, has he seen a doctor?
No.
Well, that's my advice, Lee.
Well, he's afraid what a doctor might discover.
Your friend, what does he think he has?
A brain tumor.
Why? Does he have headaches or something wrong with his eyes, something like that?
No.
Well, what then?
He has hallucinations. He has nightmares. Ted, things are happening to him that aren't real. He keeps hearing a voice that tells him to do things. Terrible things. Terrible. Kill.
What things, Lee? Lee, what does the voice tell him to do?
And this was the scene yesterday at an informal gathering where the President and First Lady were greeted by a most enthusiastic crowd. There were those from all over Southern California, as well as the entire state. They traveled from as far away as the Atlantic seaboard. When the President and the First Lady were seen first out in the garden of their estate, the President, it was noted, was wearing a white jacket and blue slacks. The First Lady was dressed in a dark blue, delightful summer outfit.
Can you disrupt a normal man's emotional balance by injecting him with certain abnormal chemicals from the blood of schizophrenics? That's the question we're trying to answer. In this experiment, we extracted a protein-type precursor from the blood of 8 schizophrenics, injecting 500 milliliters into our non-psychotic volunteer, who's a med student at the university. 70 years ago, Walter Reed used this very same method by injecting yellow fever germs into the bloodstream of volunteers in order to study the course of the disease. How do you feel? Feel any discomfort?
Chest tightening.
Much constriction? Medium? Little?
Little. I can feel it.
We've jumped here to save time. The actual film runs 45 minutes, which is the length of time the serum was effective. This is 10 minutes later.
A little faint now. Dizzy like.
Here he registered a marked bradycardia, much less than 60 heartbeats per minute. Here he seemed to be mimicking someone. These movements are completely foreign to his normal behavior. Would you tell me the names of your nieces and nephews?
Names?
Mm-hmm. Repeat their names for me.
Kay. Doug. Liz. Scott. Alan. Bradley. Now I feel fine, like nothing happened, you know? I mean, nothing did happen, did it? Except once or twice I felt a little dizzy, like, you know, like I wasn't myself or something.
Although these actions that you've just seen may seem mild to you, they show definite schizophrenic symptoms. Injecting a small animal such as a rhesus monkey with a schizophrenic serum can literally drive him crazy. Naturally, we couldn't inject one of our volunteers with enough serum to cause the same effect. He might very well commit an act of violence, but that's a subject we'll go into next week. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and your attention. Well, Doctor, what do you think? Heresy?
This whirring noise you hear?
Yep.
That's Freud spinning around in his grave.
As I recall, Freud stirred up a few tremors of his own.
Right? Very, very productive work, Paul.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Please, you may. You know, if it proves out, I'd have to sell my couch.
That's always good for a nap.
You know that stack of books I got from Chicago that I told you about? Well, there's a few plates there that I'd like you to see.
Sorry, Dr. Stewart's in surgery. May I take a message? Suite 14, urgent. And who's calling, please? Suite 14, yes, I understand, but who's calling, please?
Dr. Stewart? Yes. Inspector Hendy, Secret Service.
What happened? Where's Mr. Rogers?
We don't know. Do you?
Where's Mrs. Rogers?
Mrs. Rogers in the other room.
You all right?
Could I have a drink? I'm sorry I called you. We don't usually come apart like that.
Where's Lee?
Lee got drunk, and I couldn't cope. It was a family quarrel.
Does the Secret Service always take an interest in your family quarrels?
Inspector Hendy came to see if we were ready to leave with the motorcade for the airport.
Kim, Lee's a friend. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Nothing to tell.
Did Lee do this? Kim, tell me, what happened?
Nothing happened. Nothing. Lee got drunk. Forget it.
I'll get it. Hello? Yes, it's Dr. Craig.
Yes, David?
Ted, there's someone here who wants to speak to you. He said he would talk only to you, no one else.
Hello? Hello?
Ted? Ted?
Lee?
I need you. I need you. I need you.
I find it incredible. Lee Rogers came here on his own to ask for my help. Now, before I've had a chance to examine him and find out what's wrong, he's being picked up and shipped back to Washington. Why?
That's the way they want it.
We have our orders, Dr. Stewart.
Orders from whom?
The President of the United States. He called me from his plane a few minutes ago to tell me he was sending Mr. Freeland here to transport Mr. Rogers to Washington, providing, and he was very emphatic about this, that it can be done without any damage to the health or well-being of your patient.
My patient? Well, obviously, this is being taken out of my hands. The President spoke to you. You're the head of the Institute. Whatever you say goes.
No, Ted. Whatever you say goes. Lee Rogers is your patient. If you feel it's wrong to have him released and transferred to another hospital, tell me it's wrong, and he'll stay here.
Dr. Stewart, surely you don't think that the medical staff at Bethesda
That's not the point. Lee Rogers is here now. He's a friend of mine.
And perhaps that is shading your judgment. There's something else I want you to consider, Doctor. Lee Rogers is deeply involved in something top secret. You will have to weigh your friendship against a very possible danger to your country.
It's your decision, Ted.
I want to talk to him first.
No.
It's all right.
No. I won't go.
All right.
I won't go. I won't let you take me back. I won't go to Washington. You hear me? Never.
Wait,
no, I won't.
It's
No.
all right. Relax, Lee.
Ted.
Relax.
Ted, please.
What?
Please, Ted,
It's all-
please.
What? Tell me.
They're trying to kill me.
Come on.
They're trying to kill me. They're trying to poison me. I know too much and they want to kill me.
No.
Don't let them take me back. Please, please don't let them take me back. Ted, please.
Come on. Relax.
Please.
Come on.
Ted. Help me. Please help me.
I'll do everything, Lee. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You sure?
No tumors, no cysts, no growths of any kind.
Where is he now?
About now, he's scheduled for an EEG, electroencephalograph.
What's that? Some kind of shock treatment?
No. An electroencephalograph simply charts the electrical changes in the brain. It shows the general condition of the brain.
Well, if this test proves negative,
Well, then he'll have some blood tests. You see, there are any number of possibilities. It could be something as simple as a thyroid deficiency or as complicated as a liver ailment, tumor of the adrenal gland, Wilson's disease.
and if you find nothing physically wrong,
It could be a major psychotic disturbance.
You ready to continue? What do you see on the screen now?
Flower. Daisy. Flower with petals. Boat. Sailboat. Two-masted. Gun. Machine gun. Thompson machine gun firing. You didn't want me to say that, did you, Doctor?
It's not what I want you to say. It's what you see on the screen.
But it isn't good to see a gun, is it? Is it? May I see that again, please? Believe me, Doctor, I don't want to see a gun. I'd like it to be a butterfly or something soft and pretty. But I see a gun.
You say this voice commands you
to kill.
Did you recognize The voice.
Yes.
Whose is it?
My own.
Most people find it difficult to recognize their own voice.
I sometimes write speeches for the president. I record them to hear how they sound. I know my own voice.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the president's office, did your voice tell you to kill the president?
No. Only to kill.
And what stopped you? And your wife? What stopped you from killing your wife?
I thought she was dead.
Schizophrenia, both homicidal and suicidal tendencies.
And what is your recommendation?
Immediate hospitalization and intense therapy.
For how long?
How high is up? No one knows, Mr. Freeland. You can't cut out schizophrenia with a scalpel.
Under those circumstances, Dr. Stewart, I must ask you to release your patient so that I can take him back to Washington.
But he can be treated here. Dr. Geeson is eminently qualified to...
No reflection on Dr. Geeson or on your institute, Dr. Craig. It's a matter of national security. If Mr. Rogers' illness can't be treated quickly, he must be kept in a place where he can be guarded. Doctor?
He came to me for help. I would have liked to see him through this.
I do understand. But you can be very sure that in Washington he will get the best medical and psychiatric care his country can offer.
Of course. He'll be ready to leave in a half hour.
Good enough. Thank you, gentlemen, for all of your efforts. It's tragic. Not only for Lee, but for the country. He was so close. Another 3 months, and his job would have been finished.
Finished?
Our hopes for a lessening of tensions in the Middle East depended on Leland Rogers.
No offense, Mr. Freeland, but that sounds like something of an exaggeration.
Wars have been started by one man. Why not peace? Good day, gentlemen.
Mr. Freeland, we couldn't promise a cure, but what if there was a chance to stabilize Lee's condition? I mean, if he could be made well enough to finish this work.
We'd take it.
Nancy.
Yes, Doctor.
Get Paul Hunter right away.
If you do see him, Dr. Craig needs him immediately. Paul, I've been looking all over for you. They're waiting for you.
Oh? Hi, Ted.
Paul, hi. Paul, this is Mr. Freeland. He's with the State Department. Dr. Paul Hunter, our chief of medicine. Doctor.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Paul, tell Mr. Freeland about your work with schizophrenics.
Oh, now, Ted, just...
No, go on. Your biochemical studies.
Now, wait a minute.
He's been getting results.
Some.
With what?
Treating schizophrenics with drugs.
Come on now, what are you talking about? All therapists use chemotherapy to control their patients.
Have you had any success?
Well, half the control group has shown some improvement.
In how long?
6 weeks, 2 months.
Dr. Geeson. 2 months.
Just a minute. Dr. Freeland, these are just experiments.
Could the same thing happen to Lee Rogers?
We don't know.
But we could give it a real good try.
Dr. Geeson, you don't seem so optimistic.
Well, I can't afford to be. If Paul is right, I'll have to sell my couch and lend her old pills.
Now, Udo, I think you're exaggerating.
Perhaps. But you must admit that your chances of arresting Mr. Rogers' illness are pretty slim.
Any chance is better than a padded cell in Washington.
Ted, you're exaggerating. Let me put this into perspective. Now, Dr. Freud, patron saint of all the shrinks, said that the ultimate cure for mental illness could probably come about through the use of chemotherapy. But holding out false hopes and literally soliciting an important case with promises of miracle cures Well, that smacks more of the old patent medicine shows than the Craig Institute of Medicine.
Now, Udo, wait a minute. You are exaggerating.
Well, of course, but I get a little tired of your whiz kids insisting that we old school psychiatrists attribute everything to inadequate toilet training.
Mr. Freeland, no matter what you've heard about the calm and serenity in the monolith of medicine, don't believe a word of it. Not all the needles around here are hypodermic. Come on now, Udo. Plain and simple.
Well, I'm a doctor. Treatment won't hurt, Mr. Rogers. And if there's a chance, if there's even an infinitesimal chance that it might help, I say let's try it.
Over to you, Doctor. He's all yours now, Paul.
Dr. Craig.
Well, Mrs. Rogers, what are you doing here this hour of the night?
Trespassing.
I'm going to call the cops.
I do hope you don't mind. They told me you always stopped by your office before you left for the day. Or night.
How long have you been waiting?
Oh, I don't know. I seem to have lost track of time recently.
Is there something I can do?
Why does Lee refuse to see me?
It's not entirely his decision. We think it's too early for him to have visitors.
I'm hardly a visitor. Dr. Craig, I know my husband. I know how he thinks, how he feels. He can't face me because he's afraid of what he thinks he'll see in me.
What does he think he'll see?
Fear. He thinks I'll be afraid of him now.
Are you afraid?
No. No, I love him.
Then he'll see love.
If he'll see me.
He will.
When?
When he's ready. He doesn't want to see you just now because he's afraid. He's afraid of what he might do. It's a terrible thing that's happening to him. The tragedy is he knows it's happening. Under these conditions, a man loses respect for himself. Until he regains his self-respect, he's ashamed to see those he loves.
What can I do?
I was going to call you. We'd like your consent to treat your husband biochemically. We're making some tests first thing in the morning. By injecting a monkey with a plasma globule from your husband, which will contain what we believe are abnormal chemicals found in the blood of a certain type of schizophrenic. The reaction to this plasma will tell us whether or not we can use certain drugs in treating your husband. Definitely a positive reaction.
Localized somewhat in the occipital region.
EEG tracings are symptomatic. Chemotherapy may work.
Let me see the write-out on the next series of tests.
All right. Here you go.
These are supposed to make me well again?
Well, we hope so. Along with no liquor, no smoking, no nothing. The abstinence of an athlete or a monk. And the patient's a joke.
But I'm not getting any better. It's been 3 weeks. I still have those nightmares.
schizophrenia, a manifestation of the schizophrenic. The patient gets the giggles for no apparent reason.
Then Lee's condition isn't improving.
It takes time, Mr. Freeland.
Which we don't have, Dr. Hunter. We don't have.
I think that will do for today, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers.
Doctor, sometimes I feel I have the answers right at my fingertips. If I could just reach a little farther, just a little, I'd be all right again. I'd be normal again. Will I ever, Doctor?
You're making progress, Mr. Rogers.
Thank you. Tomorrow.
Of course.
And an hour at the beach. You're spoiling me, Mr. Rogers.
Exactly my intentions, Mrs. Rogers.
I love you, Mr. Rogers.
Very good. Very encouraging progress, gentlemen.
Would there be a problem if we varied his routine a bit now?
In what way?
Well, for the past few weeks, Mr. Rogers has been living in the quiet, protected atmosphere of the hospital.
You're not thinking of letting him go on the outside yet, are you?
No. But we'd like to let the outside in.
Lee?
Kim. Oh, Kim. Please forgive me, Kim.
Oh, darling, it's nothing. Nothing to forgive. Nothing.
I tried to kill you.
Darling, you didn't know what you were doing. You couldn't help yourself. You're going to be all right now. Everything's fine.
Sometimes I feel that part of me's floating out there, watching the agony inside. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I think I do.
You always do. I'm sorry. If this hadn't happened, I would have been somebody. No, not like I would have been. If this hadn't happened, I would have been the most important man in the world. You didn't know that, did you? Yes, I would have been number one. The man. El Rachel. Adam. Adam. Did you miss me?
Yes, I always miss you.
Last month when I went to Cairo?
California. You were in California last month. Here.
Cairo.
Here.
Cairo, Egypt. Who else could the president send but me to arrange a summit meeting? I speak Hebrew and Arabic fluently. I know the top leaders in the Middle East. I am Operation Olive Branch. But you weren't supposed to know about that, were you? That was top secret. Top secret. Olive Branch is a code name. Nobody knows it but the president and me. And that man who wants to take me back to Washington to kill me because I know too much. Why did you make me tell you about my trip to Cairo?
Lee, I didn't.
You knew that Operation Olive Branch was top secret, hmm? We agreed never to discuss this, ever.
Lee, please.
No, wait.
Don't. Lee.
Damn you!
Don't. Lee, don't.
Damn you! Damn you!
Lee.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Lee. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
He stopped himself. He's facing the outside world again.
In 3 weeks, I'll be meeting with the heads of Israel and the UAR. Leland Rogers' mere presence at that conference could spell the difference between success and failure. What are the chances of his being there?
Hey, you ever see a monkey who's supposed to be crazy look so relaxed?
Yeah. I saw you take it out of Leland Rogers this morning. There's no mistake.
You understand, Lee, you're not out of the woods yet.
I know, Ted.
Get plenty of sleep, no liquor, no smoking, and keep up the psychotherapy.
I'll try.
The president's limousine is waiting to take you to the airport.
Thank you. How can I ever repay you for all you've done for me?
Lee.
I think I've got it.
Name it.
Why don't you bring us something back from the summit conference?
What would you like?
Peace.
I'll try.
Oxygen.
Buccal pneumonia?
She's an addict. Looks like she OD'd. Her lungs must be a mess.
Did you tell us Nillerfine?
I'm not getting through. Give me the IB. Here. Let's see if I can find a vein over here that's full of tracks. Digitalis, please.
How much Nillerfine?
3 milligrams for now. Any more could bring on acute withdrawal.
What about the baby?
It'll be touch and go if she goes into labor. She's only about 7.5 months along.
Her condition?
That's right, Doctor. She could die.
Hiya.
Hi. Had a rough one?
Had 5 rough ones. Been in surgery since 7 this morning.
Well, this is the place to unwind.
Yep. That unwinding?
Just catching up on some homework.
Something good?
It is if you're interested in the heroin lung syndrome.
Think it'll be a bestseller?
I've got this girl.
I'm not interested in your love life.
She collapsed in the clinic yesterday. She's an addict.
OD?
Mm-hmm. Haven't even started adding up the complications yet.
Such as?
Pulmonary edema, pregnancy.
You think she'll wind up in my department?
I'm afraid so.
Do me a favor.
Sure.
Loan me the book.
We examined the cells in the amniotic fluid and found no damage to the chromosomes from the heroin. And it's a girl.
And the statistics are with us. How about the fetus?
So far.
How do you feel?
Terrible. Have I had my baby yet? No. There it is. I was hoping it would be all over with.
You're perspiring. Are you cold? Methadone, 10 milligrams.
Well, I finally found a place to get a free fix.
Don't count on it. You're starting to withdraw. Right now, we want you and your baby to be just as comfortable as possible. Have you seen a doctor since you've been pregnant?
Would it make any difference?
It'll make a big difference to me and your obstetrician, Dr. Radnitz.
Why, because I'm the little mother now? A couple of years ago, I wanted a kick in the worst way, and I couldn't even find a doctor to talk to.
There must have been someone you could have gone to.
Yeah, well, you ought to try being on this end of the needle. There's not a doctor, not a shrink, and not a hospital. And all I wanted was a little help to kick. But not a chance, not a chance.
And every time you were turned down, you went back to drugs, and you needed a bigger fix.
How did you know?
Get around.
Listen, all I know is the worst thing's got. The worst thing's got.
I know you're Joan McPartland. Is it Mrs.? Thank you. Do you have anyone?
What is this, next of kin time?
I wasn't thinking of that. Just there might be somebody you'd want me to get in touch with. Have you been coughing lately? Joan.
Look, maybe I just got some good stuff for a change. That's why I OD'd.
Maybe.
Will I die?
I won't con you, Joan. It's serious. could affect your baby. That's why we've been running tests on her.
Her? You putting me on?
No. Dr. Radnitz and his hardware never fail.
Why bother?
We'd like you to cooperate. We're going to have our hands full with both of you if your baby decides to put in an early appearance.
My baby. She'll be born addicted, won't she?
That's right, Joan. She will. What do you feel like eating? French? Italian? It's a super Hungarian place.
American. A small salad, a spoonful of cottage cheese.
Never knew a model would be such a cheap date.
I'm modeling a bikini.
And I have to work.
Hi, Paul.
Ken? Eve? How goes it, Hal?
I can dig it. Whatever that means.
Elaine Stone, my neighbors, the Parkers.
Hello.
Oh, we're off to the movies.
Have a good time. What color?
What?
The bikini.
Oh.
Relax for a minute. I'll fix us a drink and call the service.
Well, I'd say you had a visitor. Did they get anything?
Not what they were after. All I keep in here is aspirin. They must have been disappointed. They were after drugs. Get me the police?
I'm trying to tell you, Sergeant, we will cooperate.
I'm glad to hear it.
Up to a point.
What does that mean?
There are some things a doctor can't reveal about a patient. Even
You
if...
don't have to go into a number on privileged communication, Doctor. I know all about it. It has nothing to do with why I'm here.
You want information about some of our patients?
Nope. Just the addicts.
Why should they be different?
7 doctors have been burglarized in the last 2 months by hypes who needed drugs, and 1 was killed. The 8th victim runs the addiction unit you've got here.
Addiction research unit.
There must be a connection.
David, I got your message.
Oh, come in. Mr. Sergeant Garcia, Dr. Hunter.
How do you do, Doctor?
Nice to meet you, Sergeant.
Thank you. Doctor, I want a list of all the kids in your clinic. Names and addresses.
I'm sorry, David.
You won't cooperate?
I can't.
Look, one of those kids took advantage of you. While he was here, he found out where you live and went there looking for dope.
Sergeant, when my apartment was broken into, I reported it. Nothing was stolen. I don't want to press it any further.
It's not up to you.
The people in our unit are patients, not criminals.
They take drugs. That's a felony. If they get other kids to take drugs, that's a felony. In order to finance their habits, they steal, and that's a felony. Don't kid yourselves. You're harboring criminals.
In this hospital, there are patients, Sergeant, who need help.
All I know is this. The sort of thing that's happening has got to be stopped.
We're in agreement on that.
Well, then?
We're all in agreement on the ends, but we're talking about the means. We guarantee those kids our silence. What they say, what they discuss is privileged. Sergeant, all we have is their first names. I couldn't give you their addresses if I wanted to.
The only thing that makes this clinic work is trust. And that's what we've got to have if we're ever going to get to the causes of addiction.
That's what it's all about. Isn't it?
If you're a doctor, maybe. But I'm a cop. I'll be investigating the burglaries in case you're interested. And your clinic is right on top of my list.
Call Dr. Hunter. Tell him she's in labor.
Get her to perinatal. Stat.
I need a half-curved needle with a longer shank and a sharper angle. Try 60 degrees.
Tested the new multiple scanner. Needs grounding.
Was the pacemaker delivered?
Mm-hmm. Didn't check out. Sent it back to the manufacturer.
Well, all right, Pete. Can you make the needle?
When do you want it?
Yesterday.
Naturally.
Mr. Prescott, how are you?
Dr. Stewart.
Carol, tell Dr. Craig that Mr. Prescott's on the premises and he's really steamed about something.
Hello, Albert.
David?
I've already seen it. Paul says nothing was stolen.
That is not the point, and you know it. They were after drugs. Hunter is the head of your addiction research center. And that newspaper even places the clinic right here.
Why not? That's where it is.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be. Now, look, David. When I'm out gathering funds for the Institute, I get a few prospects together and I tell them stories about that little girl that you had here a few years ago. Do you remember that? How there was something wrong with her hip and your research came up with an answer so she could walk again.
I remember.
Well, I certainly don't tell them about any dope addicts in the basement.
Albert.
And while I'm at it, you didn't tell us about any dope addicts either.
I presented the concept of the Addiction Research Unit at the last trustees meeting.
In rather general and abstract terms, as I recall. And you got tacit approval because a couple of us were willing to stick our necks out. David? David, I don't like being conned.
When I agreed to head up the Institute, you guaranteed me freedom to do research I thought was relevant. To be a maverick. To buck the medical establishment. If I thought the gamble was worth taking.
That wasn't a blank check. Now, you have put us in a position of rubber stamping this addiction research program with all its ramifications without ever having approved it.
Have I done that, Albert?
Time I was here, you guys bothered me, particularly Ed.
Now, what is that?
I feel that Ed kind of leaned
Those
on
are
the
the
black bit.
drug addicts in the basement, we call them. They've allowed me to sit in like this from time to time.
Yeah, tell me about it.
that he should be able to handle it himself.
Where do they come from?
They come in on their own. Some are referred by various organizations, such as Team Post.
Placing the blame somewhere else?
No, not necessarily, but it may be his way of
What
getting
are they doing?
Yeah, but I
Rapping.
seen him getting it out this morning. I heard him.
We see drugs as just a symptom. The disease has to do with the personality of the user.
Ed, not that I'm saying that being black didn't contribute to your using.
Orange juice with a dose of methadone. It's a heroin substitute.
What about the
It seems to allow the patients to function normally. At least that's what's been showing up so far.
Isn't that illegal?
We're one of the 4 institutes in the state authorized to experiment with it.
No, I just think that it's more foolish for
All right, David. I admit it is morbidly interesting.
Because I don't give up either.
Does the program belong in the Institute?
As long as the Institute concerns itself with life and death. Of course, our work is medically oriented, but the fallout of information has relevance in many fields.
Including law enforcement? The police were here, weren't they?
Yes. I persuaded Sergeant Garcia not to question any of our people, for now anyway.
For now. Isn't that obstructing justice?
The sergeant's visit was just routine, Albert. Besides, those kids can smell a narc a mile away. If they knew the fuzz was on the scene, they'd split, and we'd never get them back.
Is that speech supposed to reassure me?
What kind of reassurance do you want? They're sick. We're trying to help them.
I'm sorry, David, I'm not convinced. There's going to be a special meeting of the trustees next week, at which time I suspect appropriate action is going to be taken.
What's really bothering you is this newspaper story, the implication that we're harboring criminals.
Well, my friend, can you be sure that you're not?
Ed, not that I'm saying that.
You name her anything you want. I don't care. I don't want to see her.
It's up to you. You've got plenty of time to think it over.
The problem now is to keep the edema under control.
Is it verified?
The lung scan shows a typical heroin lung syndrome.
Any vein blockage?
We're anticoagulating. But if that doesn't work, she's going to be right near the lab. Hi.
Another doctor.
I hear it's a girl. Congratulations.
It's a hype.
Any chest pains?
Only when I don't laugh.
Any other physical discomforts? Aches, chills?
No, I'm okay.
The methadone's working.
Nurse, would you roll Miss McParlin over on her side? When was the last time you had a complete physical?
4 years ago. April 19th.
That's pretty exact.
Yeah, well, you learn to be exact in the Army. You go by the book. Hup, hup.
You come from an Army family?
Okay, you can roll back now.
How did you get started on drugs anyway?
I don't know what difference does it make.
If you don't know why you got started, maybe you'll never know how to get off.
Oh, I know how to get off. I can die. Okay, my old man turned me on.
Your old man?
Yeah, my old man, my boyfriend. Turned me on, did me up, and got me pregnant.
Where is he?
Who knows? Who cares?
Joan, listen to me. You got infection in the lungs. When you started shooting in your legs, that caused further infection. Blood clots have formed. We're giving you all the anticoagulants you can take, and maybe they'll dissolve the clots. But if a large one should break loose and block a main vein, you've had it.
What do you want me to do?
Sign a surgical permission form.
So you can operate?
Yes, we have to.
You're wasting your time, Doctor.
How about some lunch?
I am a working man. I'll send down to the cafeteria for a tuna sandwich.
Well, if you'd rather have that than a steak at Enrico. Caesar salad. Baked potato.
You make a powerful but fattening argument. There must be somebody who knows her. If she was an Army brat, maybe she still has some family in the service.
I've got patient affairs checking.
I'll tell you who else knows her.
Who?
Her old man, the baby's father.
Yeah, we want to talk about Joan McPartland.
She needs somebody to convince her to have an operation. Be willing to do that?
Why, sure, if you fellows want me to.
Good.
But I don't see why Joan needn't listen to me all of a sudden.
Well, aren't you the father of the baby?
No, man, I just crash here when I'm in the neighborhood.
Oh, who is the father?
Can I offer you gentlemen something to eat?
No, thanks.
Operation. Far out.
Yeah, do you know who the father is?
Jerry, I guess.
This is what we have to cope with. There's nothing we can do for him. Give him a tranquilizer, maybe. But that's like putting out a fire with a squirt gun.
What was he picked up for?
VC 23105. Operating a motor vehicle under the influence of drugs. It's a bailable offense, and he knows it. He knows all about it. He used to be a law student. He'll be out soon, and right back into stuff again. And that's our problem, Doctor.
Jerry. Jerry. This is Dr. Hunter and Dr. Stewart.
Doctor, I need help. I need a fix. I gotta have a fix. Just a little one. Just get me through this rough barn. Then I'll get off, I swear it.
Jerry. Jerry, listen to me. I know you're having a rough time. I know that. But when you come down, Joan needs you. Joan needs you. Do you understand?
She's very sick, Jerry. She could die.
I need a fix. I need a fix.
He's not going to help anyone. He can't even help himself. You're wasting your time.
Please, don't go. Don't come back.
Okay. I helped you see the kid.
Please.
How about it? You ready to cooperate with me?
I need help. Come back. You dirty. You got yourself a doctor. I need a fix. You fix.
If I hear anything, I'll let you know. I haven't been able to get anywhere with a Heartland girl.
What about Dr. Habermeyer?
He's talked to her, but she won't talk to him. He says she's thrown up a block against anyone helping her. She wants to be punished.
What would we ever do without Freud? We're so wise, we understand all the mysteries of the mind. So why is it that sometimes it doesn't help a bit?
Any word yet about her family?
We found her father. He's a master sergeant in Vietnam. We're trying to reach him.
Could get a court order. An addict's not really able to make a competent decision.
Let's save that as a last resort. You know as well as I that a patient's will to live can sometimes make all the difference.
Your baby is fighting for her life.
I hope she makes it.
Do you? Why?
Everyone deserves a chance.
What about you?
I had it.
You're going to have to make up your mind what you want done with him.
If she lives, I don't know.
It's your responsibility. You're going to have to make a decision sooner or later. Do you want your father to have her?
No. You haven't talked to him, have you?
We've informed him that you're here.
Thanks a lot.
Joan, if we have to operate, it can happen all of a sudden. We need the release.
I need you to get out of here. She'll be taken care of. Little babies are always taken care of. I don't want to think about it anymore.
You don't have to think about anything. You can just lie there and let things happen. No decisions, no problems.
Go away.
Look, if you want to die, that's your choice. I don't have any more time to waste on you. But it's a shame to pass up a crack at being human.
Nurse, could you tell me which room Miss McPartland is in?
I'm sorry, she's not allowed visitors.
Oh, well, this is very important. I'm a very special friend of hers.
Dr. Stewart.
Excuse me, are you Joan McPartland's doctor?
One of them.
Well, I'd like to see her very much. I'm a friend of hers. I'm sure she'll want to see me, too.
You're Jerry Morrow. I was there when you were kicking. At the infirmary.
Oh, and it was really a bad scene, wasn't it?
You weren't in very good shape.
Look, you said something about Joan needing help. I'm clean. And I want to help.
Well, maybe you can. She really needs to have an operation.
Is it serious?
We have to tie off the main vein so that blood clots can't get through to her heart. If one does, that's serious. Do you think you can persuade Joan to have that operation?
I'll sure try.
All right, she's down the hall, third room to the left.
Thank you, Doctor. Hi. How are you? Well, what are you doing here? Hey, listen, I've been talking to the doctor about your operation, and I think you better listen to him, do what he says. It sounds pretty serious. It's really great to see you.
If it's so great, why didn't you come before?
I got busted, and they wouldn't let me out until I got straight. Hey, you didn't think I split on you, did you?
No. Was it bad?
The worst. Still, I guess you crashed too.
No, they keep me supplied.
No kidding?
Yeah, methadone, a couple times a day.
Well, that's a switch. You're on and I'm off.
Yeah, they figure if I start to withdraw, I could bring on whatever's supposed to kill me.
I've really been worried about you.
Have you?
Really.
Have you seen the baby?
Not yet. I came straight here. I wanted to see you first.
Jerry?
What?
What are we gonna do about the baby? She's sick, but if she makes it, what are we gonna do about her?
It's really a tough one.
Well, they asked me, but I didn't know. But now I'm wondering if I have the operation. Well, like you're off, and I could get off, I know. And like, maybe we could try to make it together. You know, like we could get straight. And we could have a home and, our own baby.
Why not?
Do you mean it?
Well, sure, why not?
Well, it'll be hard. You'll have to help me.
Joan will help each other. But we can't do anything until we get you out of this place. In the meantime, we're just gonna have to make the best of it. I mean, here you are, in the hospital, surrounded by all the junk in the world. And I'll bet you could even find out where they keep it. And I've got this great excuse. I could come and visit you every single day and get my hands on some high-grade stuff at the same time.
No.
Joni, it's just until you get out of here.
No.
Please, Joni, listen. We'll get off it together. We'll kick it.
No.
We'll have a house.
No.
Family, I promise you. Sergeant's apartment. I'm Dr. Craig. She's a pretty baby.
It's the first time I've seen her. It's funny, I didn't think it'd be like this. What's the nurse doing?
Well, your granddaughter was born prematurely.
Yeah, I know, but I mean with the needle.
We're withdrawing her gradually with small doses of drugs.
Withdrawing her? Oh, my God.
I've been thinking about what you said, Doctor. About having a choice. I guess something just finally clicked. After I saw Jerry. I suddenly knew no one was going to come marching out of my past to help. I don't want to be where he's at.
Where do you want to be?
I'm not sure of anything yet. But I do know one thing. I wish you'd waste some time on me.
I'll make the arrangements.
Small salad, spoonful of cottage cheese.
Hungarian, French, maybe Italian.
Oh, I thought you were in a bikini.
Tomorrow I'm in Moomoo's and I'm starved. Is anything missing?
They got it this time.
What?
My medical bag, everything. Sergeant Garcia will have something to do.
Must be some kind of a jinx. Every time we try to go to dinner, something happens. Where are you going?
Wait for me in the apartment.
Oh, hi. Come on in.
Ken?
Can I get you a beer?
No, thanks. Is Hal home?
Yeah, he's in watching television.
May I see him, please?
Sure. Hal?
Hi, Paul.
Eve?
What is it?
I'm not sure.
Hal?
Oh, hi.
Hi, Hal. I'd like to talk to you.
What about I'm watching TV?
What's the matter, Paul?
Hal, look at me.
Paul, what is it?
How long have you been using?
Go!
Using? What the devil's this all about?
Hey, I'm not on anything.
You just fixed, didn't you? Your pupils are down to pinpoints.
Paul!
Fixed?
Some drugs were stolen out of my medical bag.
But you're talking as though Hal did it.
Tell him.
That's crazy. Why would he steal drugs?
Come on, let me go!
You were wearing a long-sleeve sweater the other night, too. Those are needle marks. Right now, he's high on the morphine he stole out of the trunk of my car.
No, Paul, you're wrong. He couldn't have. He's only 14 years old.
A boy died from an overdose just the other day. He was 10.
He's right, isn't he? Why, son? We've given you everything. Why would you take drugs?
Why not? You do. That's a terrible thing to say. It's a lie, is it? I don't understand. How could he do this to us?
What are those?
Pills. Pills to put you to sleep. Pills to wake you up. Pills to take off weight. To pick up your appetite. Here's a pill just to see you through the day. What are these? Aren't these drugs? Speed downers?
What do we do, Paul?
Keep an eye on him for now. In the morning, I'll see Sergeant Garcia with you. I'll do everything I can.
Hello? Yes? Yes, just a moment. I'll get him. It's the Institute.
Dr. Hunter?
Dr. Stewart thought you'd like to know.
It's Joan McPartland, acute pulmonary embolism.
Okay, venal tube. Go on the oxygenator. Okay, we bought some time. Now let's get into radiology and find the blockage.
Embolectomy.
It's her only chance.
All right, Sergeant, you can see her now.
Oh, thanks, Doctor. Hey, you know, I want to thank you for all you've done. She's gonna be all right, huh?
She's got a good chance. You can see her. Go on.
You know something? I never know what to say to her.
Why don't you just listen?
There's one point I want to make.
I think you got some resentments against him that you ain't bringing out.
One point for him, for you, for anybody in here, and that is that you got to find something. See, that trip, it's a strong trip.
Gentlemen.
It's hard to get out.
We met?
Yes.
I thought you might be interested in a couple of recent news items. You may have missed them. A governor's son reported to be a recovering addict. A bank executive found dead in the men's room with a needle still in his arm.
David.
We saved 2 lives here recently. A particularly significant accomplishment. A young woman who was on heroin and her baby who was born addicted. If we're given the chance, we may save the life of your young burglar, Sergeant, and God knows how many others. If we're given the chance.
I don't know why I started using. The important thing is that I put down.
But you got to know why he started.
Hey, man. Sometimes the reasons you start on junk are so complicated and mixed up, you'll never learn them all. But that's no reason you can't kick.
I don't know if this is gonna work. What if it doesn't?
You walked in here alone. Remember?
I've learned not to act on it. And that's where I am now.
Hello, Doc.
Hi, Doc. Howdy. Hi. How you feeling? You want to talk?
I never thought I was an addict. Like I thought I could stop using any time. I thought drugs were my friend. But my friend let me down. I just got tired of being sick and loaded all the time. And I have a father and a baby. And I just couldn't pass up this crack at being human.
Gentlemen, I'm asking for your approval and support. And I'm prepared to discuss the Addiction Research Unit again. If there's any more that needs to be said.
Hello, Papa.
I went to Africa to research the effect of noise on hearing, but I found an unexpected relationship between noise and health.
Sounds like Mrs. Turner and the rest of the trustees got more than their money's worth.
Dr. Stewart, you're crass and commercial.
No, just practical and realistic.
Are you sure, Carl? Not one case of nervous disorder? None. Or mental illness. And coronary disease is almost unknown. Bakuma and his people are simply healthier than we are.
We must live right.
Everybody's here. As a matter of fact, they've been here for about half an hour.
For some reason, shoelaces, shirt buttons, neckties all seem to be conspiring against me.
You nervous about seeing Carl?
An old friend and colleague?
And my first suitor.
As I recall, you turned him down in favor of another young intern.
Well, you wouldn't have been a sore loser. I'm sure Carl wasn't.
Whoever told you I wouldn't have been a sore loser? I'd have been the sorest loser in medical history.
What a sweet thing to say.
Carl!
David, I'm very pleased to see you.
Welcome. Sorry I missed you at the Institute. Are you all settled?
Very nearly. It's magnificent, and your staff has been most kind. Ah, this is Bakuma, Dr. Craig.
Happy to have you with us. Thank you. I'm looking forward to catching up on your work.
So am I.
I'm researching material for a book I'm writing on the doctor's wife, and there's going to be a whole chapter about phone calls at all hours. Hello. Yes, he's here. Ken. It's for you.
Yes? Right away.
You're taking a big chance coming here.
Life is taking a chance. How's Bruce?
How's anybody with Hodgkin's disease? Now, I told you to leave him alone.
That's you. I'm sure he wants to see me. Now move out of my way.
If you take one more step and I'll call the police.
Look, Auntie.
I've been praying for the excuse.
Grace.
I opened my home.
I know.
I'm raising Bruce like he was my own.
I know.
Now, I ask you in too.
I hear.
You ain't got no home.
Only the sidewalk.
And that's what you want for your 13-year-old brother? The sidewalk?
They'll wait for it.
With what? Scott Dayton's revolution?
Maybe.
Or is it your jail cell?
I haven't been sentenced yet.
Keep him on the respirator at least till morning.
I'm
sorry,
his
you
brother.
can't go in.
He's expected.
There are no exceptions. Dr. Stewart, I don't know what to do. Bruce Dayton's asking for him.
You see? That doesn't matter, sir. I have standing orders.
Look, he knows I'm here. He wants to see me.
It's all right, Frank. I'll take care of it.
But, Doctor,
I said it's all right.
Yes, sir.
Janet, check the corridors.
Now, I guess you're going to tell me it's late and the patient's rockabout.
No, I was going to advise you that if you insist on making scenes, somebody's going to recognize you.
Do you?
I read the newspapers. And I keep wondering, if I were you, if I jumped bail and were on my way to Cuba...
Or any place.
Or any place. Would I risk sneaking into a hospital twice to see my brother?
And what's your answer?
If I give you 10 minutes with him, will you promise to leave peacefully?
I give you my word.
I was the houseboy for a British civil servant. He taught me to read.
What do you read?
Oh, everything. Economics, agriculture, medicine.
Well, I'm sure that Dr. Iverson is... Carl, are you all right?
Just tired. It's late.
Great. When's your time tomorrow? Stroganoff, soup.
Well, we're the last ones here. Thank you. David, it's Carl.
My time's almost up. I had a few speeches to make.
I had some, too.
Mine were all about hope. They sounded good before I came.
There ain't none. I'm gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
I know from what.
But you can't think about that.
I know when.
They can hold it off 5, maybe 10 years.
I'll be 23.
No, that's 10 years to find a way to buy another year or another day. I could tell you that maybe it'll go away. I could tell you that I wish it was me. But I really can't tell you anything. This'll hang over you, Bruce, till it falls and cuts you off. Most people live and die easy. But some are tested, how they live or how they die. I mean, it's not even their idea, but they've become important. All of a sudden, cats are watching them and wondering how they're gonna do. Well, between now and the time it falls, you do good, Bruce. You hear? You do good.
Okay, Scott. You watch.
Ten minutes, Doc?
Close enough.
I gave you my word. I didn't think I needed yours.
Have you ever had anything like this before? Can you tell us anything that might help us?
It came on so fast. Nothing's ever hit me this hard. The blood culture, spinal fluid.
Nothing yet.
Have you inoculated tissue cultures?
Yes, Carl. Nothing.
Well,
What about you playing patient and let us play the doctors?
Okay. It's just that I can't make it out.
It's much hotter.
Better put him on an ice blanket and get him to isolation.
Bruce's white cells are holding their own.
Oh, Dr. Stewart, then your operation was really a success. I just don't know. I wish I could tell you how thankful and grateful for Bruce and I am. I guess now Dr. Collier can start again with the chemotherapy.
Yeah, she's made up a schedule, the days that Bruce is to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say hello to him whenever I can. Is he up now?
He's having his second breakfast.
Morning, Bruce. You're an outpatient. You can go home.
Great. No rush now, no rush. Who said? The bus schedule says.
You have to take a bus?
Yeah, I have to take 3.
Long trip?
Well, it depends on the connections I can get.
Well, I was planning to go downtown for lunch. Can't be far from where you're going.
Well, it's on 2nd and Central.
Garfield still have a great basketball team?
Best in the city. Can't find anyone to take us on.
What about Hale?
We beat him every year.
Would you tell Miss Carter that I'll be a little late for lunch? Thanks.
Hey, how'd you know about Hale?
That school's been there for a long time, Bruce. Now listen, when you go home, I want you to take it easy. No running around, no going out, you understand?
I have to go out.
Where?
Central Jail.
Now, Bruce, the doctor's told you about that.
I'll talk to Dr. Collier.
Thanks.
If you get to see your brother, I want you to explain something to him.
I know. You didn't turn him in.
How's Carl?
He's losing ground.
How's his temperature?
High. Very high. 107. We're trying everything. Tapped his chest. It's not a question of patching anymore. His whole system's coming apart. He's losing weight. Are you all right?
I'm sorry, Doctor. I guess I shouldn't have skipped lunch. I was trying to lose a few pounds.
Why don't you take your relief now?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Did you find anything in the filtrate of Carl's blood?
We injected 50 mice. Fatality rate was 100%. We're dealing with a virus.
What virus?
We don't know.
Dr. Craig!
How's his pulse?
A little fast.
Burning. It's almost as hot as Carl.
I didn't expect to see you.
I said I'd come.
What did Grace say?
She said no. Dr. Stewart did it. He brought me here.
Now he's got both of us in.
He didn't call the cops.
Did Stewart tell you that?
Yes.
You believe him?
Yeah.
Are you looking for me to go easy with you?
Because I'm sick? Never.
Good. That wouldn't be natural. Nothing natural comes easy. Sidewalks are hard. Prison walls are hard. I'm gonna be hard on you. But you be just as hard on me, okay?
Fair enough.
When you're sure, you do. The harder it is, the more important. You go do it. The trick is to be certain. The cops might have been waiting outside that hospital.
What I said.
Or the guard might have phoned the cops.
Maybe.
Or the doctor might be lying. How's that zipper in your side? How you feeling?
Good as new. Stewart's a great doctor.
Now that's a fact.
An intern to emergency. An intern to emergency.
Bakuma, what are you doing here? Bakuma, have you come to see Dr. Iverson?
Yes, I came to see Iverson. I came to see Iverson.
About an hour ago. Like that.
How?
We have no idea. We don't even understand what it was.
How do we treat something we don't even understand?
The Craig Institute of New Medicine. With all our equipment, all our resources. There was a moment today after Carl died when I wasn't in the Institute. And I doubted we'd made that much progress. When I was outside a cave, peering into the darkness. And you know what I felt? Fear.
Anything?
There's been a virus at work. Footprints are clear.
Now tell me something I don't know. What virus?
I said I found traces, not a calling card.
Do you know Frank Pierce, the security guard?
Yeah?
He's dying. Do I tell him he's dying of traces?
I am looking for something less than 1/1,000,000th of an inch in diameter.
Don't look. Find. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to help?
Stay out of my hair. Paul, wait a minute. Come here. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I can't say I have.
I've never seen anything like it. Neither has anybody else.
I guess I should congratulate you. But I don't know if this discovery calls for a celebration.
I know what you mean.
Can it be? Can it really be we're faced with an unknown disease? When did that last happen?
In the United States? I can't remember.
Maybe that's our clue. We've never seen the virus before in this country. Maybe Iverson brought it back with him from Mamboya.
Better check Bakuma.
Thank you. You too.
I will not miss the blood, but where is it going?
Our serology lab.
Sorry, Doctor.
A series of tests.
Oh. Doctor, if I have the fever, is there a cure?
Not yet. Unless you're the cure.
Sorry again,
If this came from Mamboya, you may be sick. Or you may already have had it in a mild form, or when you were very young.
Then I would not get it again.
Not likely. You'd be immune. Your system would have antibodies. The antibodies that fought off the virus and cured you.
Could these antibodies cure other people?
They might help.
Bakuma, you're clear.
You mean I'm not sick? That's not the same as clear.
There's no proof you brought the fever here, or that you infected Dr. Iverson. We don't know what the vectors are. The disease can be carried by anything. Milk, dust, ticks, fleas.
Or humans.
Or humans.
Then why don't you lock up everyone who came into contact with Dr. Iverson and the guard?
We're taking every precaution, but creating panic and hysteria without any reason serves no purpose.
Yes, I can see you couldn't do that. Dr. Craig, have you ever been in an automobile accident?
Yes?
A bad one?
Well, fair whack.
Did you say to yourself, if I'd been a second later into the intersection, if I'd washed my hands before I left the house, it would never have happened?
You can't say that. How many accidents did you avoid by not taking a second to wash? You don't know when you're missed, only when you're hit.
Yes, Doctor. I remember the laws of probability. You're right. I've been reproaching myself for coming here from Mamboya with Dr. Iverson. I'm a rational man. Then why am I so sure that Iverson would be alive and the guard would live if not for me?
Bakuma, the Institute has the finest equipment in the world. So far, it's been ineffective. If the guard has any hope, it's you.
Any positive reaction? Complement fixation, hemagglutination?
Too early to tell.
Just about run out of time. Guard's condition's desperate.
Then let's assume Bakuma has antibodies, even though we haven't proven it.
I'll go ahead with a transfusion of his blood.
Paul, I hope it helps the guard. If it helps him, maybe it'll help me.
Isn't there anything we can do?
We're doing all we can.
Dr. Iverson is dead. 2 others are critically ill, apparently with the same disease. It seems quite contagious. But for some reason, not everyone exposed has become infected. The 2 patients are in an isolation unit on the 4th floor. Our research is on the 4th floor. You will work on that floor. For obvious reasons, we can't arrange transfers to other departments. It's up to each of you. You may volunteer to stay or take a temporary leave.
Dr. Craig.
Yes, Kurt.
I'm 64 and a half.
No need to explain, Kurt. Your papers are on my desk.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Caldwell.
Oh, well, I've just gotten back today.
I know, but I think you'd better extend your maternity leave. Are there... anyone else? All right, for those of you remaining, perhaps I'd better review certain precautions.
An intern to emergency. An intern to emergency.
The transfusion did not help.
No.
Then I do not have antibodies.
We don't know for sure.
I did not help the guard.
No, you didn't help the guard. But you can still help. Thompson is alive. Now think, when the medical missionaries came to your village...
They used to treat the malaria and typhus cases. But I remember people dying. The missionaries would shrug because there was nothing they could do.
May I come in?
Dr. Stewart, yes.
Finished with the day?
Just resting.
Treatments bother you?
So far, no.
Let me.
Is that window open?
No.
There's a draft from somewhere. I'm frozen.
Feel like ice.
No. Feel warm, blood.
These are all volunteers.
Everyone.
Have you checked the air pressure in the isolator unit?
Yes, David, if there's a leak, the air will flow from the lab into the isolator, not from the isolator back into the room.
And the filters?
The air is filtered, incinerated at 1,200 degrees before it's released.
And these measures are fail-safe.
They're supposed to be.
Supposed to be isn't good enough. We can't have another Thompson ball.
David, you know very well.
I only know that either this lab is fail-safe or it's infectious. It can't be both and it can't be neither. And if it isn't fail-safe, we'll shut it down.
You do that, and you're admitting that you're going to fold your arms and watch 2 people die and not lift a finger to save them.
That's exactly what I'm admitting. You care to pursue it further, Doctor?
No, sir. Except to say that I wouldn't have your job for anything.
No one would. Maybe that's why I'm stuck with it. Later.
Later.
Stop, thief.
Hasn't anyone ever told you it isn't healthy having your lunch in the office?
My secretary, my wife, and you.
Oh, then why do you still do it?
Because someone always gets to it before I do. Anyhow, that's what keeps me slim and beautiful.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm not hungry anyhow.
Harassed?
Busy. There is a difference. What can I do for you, Ann?
Nothing. I just came by to see if there was anything new.
Nothing special. Life goes on.
And death?
That's the name of the game.
I hear Blythe Collier's down with your new fever.
Yes.
And you say there's nothing special.
If you call this visit just stopping by, you're up to something.
Well, I thought we were friends.
Not when you're wearing your trustee of the Institute hat.
All right, then, David. I think you should stop fooling with that new virus.
You're wrong.
2 people are dead.
At least 2 more will die if we stop trying to save them.
That's better than an epidemic.
4 patients does not an epidemic make.
You're quibbling, David. You are quibbling. And you're endangering the entire institute.
That's our business, Ann. That's how we make our living. Sometimes there are risks involved.
Sensible risks. But the more you deal with this virus, the more people you expose to it, the more you court danger.
That genie's out of the bottle. The virus was brought here. It's a killer. It's on the loose. It can't be shoved back into a test tube.
I say it can.
You're wrong again.
I will have to take it to the board, David.
I thought you were my friend.
Not when I'm wearing my trustee of the Institute hat.
All right, Ann. You do what you have to do. So will I. But remember this. It's called the Craig Institute. That's my name on it. No, I don't want to start an epidemic. But I won't sit like a slug and watch Blythe Collier and Thompson die.
Eat your lunch.
Dr. Casico, emergency.
The boy's made considerable
Dr.
progress
Casico,
with chemotherapy.
emergency.
The lymph nodes have shrunk, appetite up, fever gone.
Don't overlook the patient's morale.
How is his spirit?
Spunky. Grace Dayton, Bruce Dayton, this is Dr. Hill.
Dr. Hill,
Miss Dayton, Bruce, I'll be carrying on for Dr. Collier.
what's the matter with Dr. Collier?
She's ill.
Where is she?
Right here.
Can I see her?
She's in an isolation room.
What's that?
Means no one's permitted to visit her. She's too sick.
Oh. Started out to be a lucky day.
Now, Bruce, we've been all through that.
Well, what did you expect him to do?
Serve his time.
Scott?
This morning, he escaped.
Hi.
How long have I been asleep?
Quite a while.
Where am I? Isolation. It's the fever, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you found the wonder drug yet?
No.
How hot am I? 104?
106.
Well, Dr. Hunter, if you ever bring me good news, I'll know to believe you. Any luck with the mice?
Some.
Tell me.
First batch of 50 mice, 100% fatalities. Second batch, same. Third passage, 96%.
2 mice survived my polio fever.
Mm-hmm.
Was one of them female?
Both.
Oh, Paul, there's hope. We mouse can do it. Why can't I?
Yes?
It's Bruce.
Did you get everything?
Down to salt and pepper.
My directions give you any trouble?
Didn't take one wrong turn.
You sure you weren't followed?
Can't be sure, but if I was, I lost him.
Does Auntie know where you are?
Sure. I sleep in bed.
You're sharp tonight. Don't be.
Hey, aren't you happy, man? You're sprung.
I'm happy.
You don't sound it. Is something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just too hot for jokes, that's all. Open the window.
You hot?
Open it. All the way.
Man, I'm freezing.
David? How long have you been down here?
What time is it?
It's 4 o'clock.
About an hour.
I didn't even hear you get out of bed.
Never went to bed. I read, made some coffee. Then
You remember your first operation?
was I up all night?
Have you forgotten? It started to snow about dawn.
Oh, that's right. Boston. An appendectomy.
Mm-hmm.
Your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Lillian...
Stratton.
Lillian Stratton. We were married less than a year, and you were willing to risk your own family.
Risk. I sat up on the observation deck. The senior surgeon told me that you must have been born with a silver scalpel in your hand.
I remember. That night, it seemed like an insurmountable problem. Lillian Stratton's appendix. You know, P.S. All right, thank you. Thompson's dead.
Can I talk to you Monday? Okay. Yeah, I'll see you Monday.
Dr. Stewart,
Hey, how you doing?
can I talk to you?
Sure. How you feeling?
Feeling fine.
Good. Sit down.
Before you did operations, you were a regular doctor, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
What do you do for a person who's got the flu?
Well, best if he sees a doctor.
No good.
Money? You know you can bring.
It isn't money. It's just that he can't come out.
I suppose this person who has the flu is a good friend of yours. Okay.
But I can't take anyone to see him. I thought maybe you could give me some medicine.
Oh, I can't do that, Bruce.
Even if he's dying?
I've got to see him before I can prescribe for him.
He'll kill me.
Well, that's the only way it can be.
But I promise. No doctors, no cops.
There won't be any cops.
For sure?
For sure.
Okay.
This can't wait. 2 technicians are sick. They worked in the fail-safe lab.
You're persistent, Paul. You still call it fail-safe. It isn't, is it?
The lab's controlled every other virus we've dealt with.
But not this one.
We're going over each of our precautions.
Too late.
If you shut the lab down, there's no hope. The technicians will die, Blythe will die.
Are we helping Blythe? Will 10 more dead people help? 20? When do you stop?
I don't know where we stop. But we can't let Blythe die.
We can't kill off an entire city to save one of our doctors. Close the lab. Freeze the virus. Lock it up.
You can't stay here.
Is he gonna die?
He's very sick. He may.
Scott!
Don't touch him, Bruce. And you can't stay here either.
Well, we can't leave him
I'm
alone.
gonna call an ambulance.
No, but you promised, remember?
I have to get him to a hospital.
No cops.
Look, I've got to take
But
him.
they'll be waiting like last time.
Look, a lot more
But
is
you
at-
lied. You
a lot
lied.
more is
You
at stake
lied.
here than a year in jail.
Say it. You lied. Say it. Say it. You lied. You
Okay,
lied.
Bruce,
You lied.
I lied.
Scott. Scott. You lied. You lied.
She's going, isn't she? Isn't she?
Her heart's still strong, but irregular.
We must do something.
What are you doing here?
Your brother's awake.
Can I see him?
Okay.
Bruce, tell him I'm glad.
You're their only hope.
I did it on my own, right?
That's right. They can't. Something in your blood overcame the virus, some antibody. The same antibody might save 3 people.
I wish them luck.
Luck won't do it. They need your blood.
It's my blood, right? Do I have to give it?
I can't force you.
Is it against some rules you cats got? For me to keep my blood?
It's not a question of rules.
That's all you go by is rules. Rules like, this is your hospital, right?
That's right.
But whose room?
talk to him? He was talking about Dr. Collier.
I heard the man.
She's dying.
I got my troubles, too.
Not like her.
I told you, everyone's got to die.
No one wants to die right now. I was gonna die right now. But these people have been helping me.
I heard they already got one cat giving blood, and it doesn't work.
I don't want Dr. Collier to die.
That Bruce, how'd you like to have a run-in with him on a dark night?
Not even in daylight.
Hard as the sidewalks. We need brothers like him who won't take no for an answer. Keep him alive, Doc.
We'll keep him alive.
When he gets older, you cats are gonna hear a lot from him.
Oh,
Yes, Blythe.
whose husband?
Scott Dayton.
Did he come out?
Yes, Blythe.
Good. How's Bruce?
He's fine, Blythe.
Blythe's fever's broken.
With all our technology, we weren't as good as one live, walking, breathing human being.
We wouldn't really want to be, would we?
Gentlemen. Gentlemen, let's solve that problem after dinner.